Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Diamonds in the Rough podcast, episode 5. My name is Robert Stride, also go by Big Shot Rob. We have a great show for you today. Two guests on the show. Our second guest on the show today is we have rapper Storm from Dayton, Ohio, the Midwest. I want to welcome you, Storm. Storm, welcome to the show, my man. How you doing today? How's
I'm
everything?
good. How you doing, big man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to
Nice.
be here. Happy to have you on the show. Hope you're having
Thanks so
a
much.
good Friday so far. Hope
Yes,
everything.
sir.
Hope you're safe. Hope you're safe and everything where you're at.
Yeah, trying to, man. Trying to stay safe. You know what I'm
I hear you,
saying?
man. Yeah, I hear you, man. So yeah, I wanted to get into the interview here. Got some questions for you. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Um, you're you're a rapper from the Midwest. Growing up, what made you pursue music as a career, and why rap?
So, what kind of got me into music and what got me like really interested when I was young, really young, I was listening to Criss Cross, and as a kid, seeing them like rap and like perform and be entertainers kind of put the idea that like that's kind of something that could be normal, kind of something you could pursue. Growing up listening to different artists, Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. And then I think when I started listening to Kanye and 50 Cent, I started to realize the business side behind music. So I started studying their stuff, learning from them, learning, how they took their images and sold their stories. And it just really inspired me and wanted me to, try to make music. And so I came out to California. I'm actually out here now in California. Trying to pursue music. So that's kind of what started me out as a youngster in music.
It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. I'm definitely a big hip hop fan. Some of the guys you mentioned, I grew up listening to those guys. As you know, I'm an '80s baby. I was born in '84, so I grew up in the '90s and
Yeah,
2000s. So I definitely seen the changes in rap music and hip hop, the culture over the time.
right.
Um, I wanted to ask you next question. What made you choose Storm as your rap name, and why did you decide to name your first album? I wish everything was different.
So my true name actually is Storm. So my artist name I turned Storm, aka Storm. When people kind of see me on stage and I'm performing, they've kind of told me, this is not the same person that I see, that I meet right now. You get kind of like a social and you get an artist side of myself. So I went with Storm, aka Storm, to kind of encompass all the different like storms that I have in different songs and just like the different side of myself as an artist. Um, and so with the album, I wish everything was different. That whole album kind of I wanted to showcase basically a lot of things going on in myself, in my personal life, and kind of explain, um, the path that I've chosen, and kind of telling myself, I wish it could be different. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could, change the person who I am, but I can't. Like this is my passion. This is my drive. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. So I wish to appease other people, I could change, but I can't. So that's why I decided to name the album. I wish everything was different.
Definitely agree with that. I definitely like the album name. There's kind
Thank
of
you.
times I feel the same way. I wish
Yeah,
everything was different. I wish there were certain things we could change in our lives and go back and do different. But I mean, we still gotta accept things the way they are, and just pretty much learn from our past and get better. Don't make the same mistakes twice, and just
right.
be comfortable with who we are. Be comfortable, in our own skin. Be proud of who we are. Be proud of what we represent. Don't try to be like anybody else. Just pretty much be ourselves and be happy with who we are as people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. All right, moving on. I want to go ahead and talk about the state of hip hop. How do you feel about the current state of hip hop? Do you think it's become more about the business of making money and less about lyrical content and creativity? Why or why not?
Yes, actually, I do. I was just talking to a couple people about that earlier. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's turned to more about the image and, like you said, more about the money you can make off of an artist in the first couple of years. Their wow factor for that amount of time. Usually, I've seen most artists kind of here and there for about a year or so. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really about the lyrics. The last couple of artists, I can really think about that have been really telling a story, or like J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, you know what I'm saying, with like kind of lyrical content that, is trying to change the game and mold the game in a certain way. When Kendrick's To Pimp a Butterfly came out, that changed, I feel like, hip hop, and really showed, what hip hop music could be, um, in award shows and different things. I think it opened the eyes to music, and where it should go in a direction, and kind of wish the industry, continued in that route.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Hip hop's definitely changed a lot over the last 20 years, and I'm a big hip hop fan. I've seen it become more about making money and more about the business end of it. Guys are just putting up music; they're not really like thinking creatively as far as picking the right beats and what they're talking about. It seems to be more like just mumble rap and just throw
Yeah.
anybody on a track and just whatever. Like we don't really care how the music sounds because people are going to buy it because of our name and about the money, just making money. Whereas the music, and then that's where you look at, like you have losing a guy like Tupac and Biggie. Those guys were
Right.
so transcendent in the game and teaching. And you look at some of the older rappers, and when I think of rap, like I look at some of the older guys like Jay-Z and Nas, and some of
Right.
these guys that have been in the game like 20 years plus. Like, why aren't they teaching these younger rappers how to think creatively and think outside the box and make it more about the music, where or not just being about money. I've been to enough rap concerts in my life, and I saw Nas in concert, I saw DMX in concert. Those guys are legends. Like, I mean,
Right.
somebody like DMX, I saw performing at a club, and we look at somebody like DMX. This guy, back in the day, 2000, was the only rapper to have 2 #1 albums in the same year, and he's
Right.
performing at some club, just to make what couple $1,000s or something. This guy was on top
Right.
of the rap team years ago. It just shows you how much the rap game has changed, being more about making money in the business end, where like these record executives are probably telling the artists like, oh, this is what you have to do, this is what sells. It has to be
Right.
about sex, it has to be about partying in the clubs. And I like guys that kind of like think creatively and like think outside the box and not do like the same thing. And I think had we never lost Pac and Big, the rap game would
It'd be
just be totally
different.
it
Yeah.
would be totally different, because I think those guys stood for something, especially Tupac. Like Tupac, to me, he was a rapper, but to me he was more than a rapper. Like he was a political activist. I think he cared about black people, wanted to see the changes, and watching Tupac Resurrection, the thing I took from that movie towards the end of the movie, he said, I guarantee you I will not change the world, but I guarantee you I will spark the brain that will change the world. And he just had such an impact in his short time, 25 years on the planet. It's just the guy has such an impact. It's just tragedy that he his life was cut short, because I think he has such great things ahead of him, not just in rap, but acting and the whole political movement. And then we look
Right.
at Big. Big was following his footsteps, and Big only made 2 albums, and he had a great career ahead of him too. Going back to your name, Storm, man. When I think of Storm, the first time I heard that name, I thought, man, like Tupac of the Outlaws, because I don't know if you remember the lady rapper Storm that was on
Right.
that was on the track with Tupac Run the Streets, and she worked with Pac and the Outlaws. So that when I hear the name Storm, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is Tupac and the Outlaws. But I mean, I'm sure there's other guys out there that have your name, man. It's a great name to have. But I mean, like when I Google the name Storm, it's the female rapper that comes up. But yeah, man, like I really hope the future of rap, changes and really goes back to being more about the competition, because you go back to the 90s and 2000s, you had so many great rappers out, and like these guys would challenge each other creatively and just make good music. And
Right.
it was more about the music more than about making money. And it's like, like you look at guys like Nas and Jay-Z, and like it seems like these guys, they have such a big like legacy and a big career, and it's like, why are they changing to conform to be like these younger rappers? Like they already have their legacy. Like they should be making these younger rappers want to change, not the opposite. Like I'm not saying you can't rap at 40 or 50 years old, but if you're going to be doing it, like at least influence these young kids how to make music the right way and how to rap about something with a meaning. So that's what I think of, and I really hope rap music changes. I know everything changes, but I do hope it goes to being more about thinking creatively and about lyrics, and not
Right.
just about the business of making money and how many followers you got on YouTube or subscribers and Instagram and
Exactly.
Facebook and all that stuff.
Exactly. Great.
So I definitely would like to see rap change and get back to the way it was in the 90s and 2000s. I don't think it's going to change completely, but if we could get more guys that think creatively and outside the box and make it more about the music than making money, then rap would definitely be great again.
There are artists out there, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get there. I just feel like, we just gotta, as listeners and as hip hop heads and everything like that, find those artists and search out for them and promote them like like you're helping right now. You know what I'm saying? This is perfect.
Yep, definitely, man. All right, so over the last year or so, this COVID pandemic has affected us all in one way or another. Where were you specifically when COVID first hit, and who in music do you think has been affected the most by the pandemic, and why?
So basically, for me, I was I had a couple things lined up, licensing wise for a couple things, and I was working on a couple of shows and tour dates and stuff like that. And then, COVID hit. And so everything had to take a pause. And, it kind of felt like for a second I was taking a step back. But I think it really has affected venues a ton. And I think kind of the artists because, with the deals that they have, if they're, on a label, I think most of the deals were, the label gets the record sales and everything like that, and then they make the money off of the tour dates that they do and the venues and stuff like that they're at. And because all that got shut down, like the only money that they can really truly make out is just from the sales of the records. You know what I'm saying? Which is barely not even that much of a percentage from it. So I feel like for the artists it's been a challenge, but just staying connected with your fans, being there, doing the versus battles have been really cool to see. I think, we need to continue doing that because it not only, like you said, it brings that competition back between artists that, we love, but it also inspires, the other ones to see that there's other avenues to put your music out there, to be seen, and to, grow your voice. So I think, with everything going on, I still think we have, outlets that we can use. We just had to utilize that and keep moving forward. And once this is over, we can get back to where we're at.
Definitely agree with that. When I was down living in Miami, I live in Buffalo, New York. Now, when I was down in Miami, I worked Rolling Loud a couple of years in a row. And, I know that was one of the festivals that definitely got affected. And there's many other hip hop festivals out there and definitely concerts. But yeah, definitely, agree with you there. The concerts and all that stuff, the people being together like that definitely, got affected big time. I don't know what's going to happen this year with that, but hopefully, we can definitely get back to that soon and have tours and concerts back going again.
For real. Yeah, live music. That's what people thrive on. People love live music. You got to have it. Yeah. Like we need it.
I agree with that, man. I've been to so many concerts, man. So it's great to have live music back. Seeing Mary J. Blige and Nas together, and DMX, and Rolling Loud, obviously, and so many other concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, getting off the topic of hip hop music and music in general. Are you a big sports fan? And if so, what sports do you follow most? And who are some of your favorite teams and athletes? And what do you admire most about them?
So sports, I haven't really been into it that much lately. Football's a sport, I really love watching like all the time, if I can. Just dealing with a lot of stuff, so I haven't been following as much as I want to. But just seeing, I see Brady's back at it one more time, you know what I'm saying? So it been, I was never a Tom Brady fan. I'm not gonna lie, like at the beginning I wasn't, but just kind of seeing his, his career, you got to be inspired by, how, it seems like, it doesn't matter what team he's on, he has the potential to get them to, to the championship. And that's something to be said about an athlete, and to, be inspired by. It shows his hard work. It shows his dedication to the game, which is something that, most people should, try to take in with them, depending on what you're trying to go for. For music, like that's something I need to keep inspired in me too, like that dedication, that drive to keep moving and going. So I'm excited to see how he does in the Super Bowl and everything like that. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Definitely agree with you there. I'm not the biggest Tom Brady fan myself. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan from the South Florida area. Grew up in Miami,
Oh
so
yeah,
he's beaten
my
us.
dad is
He's
too.
beaten us too many times and broke our hearts. I live in Buffalo now. It's a different culture up here, but up here in Buffalo, the fans definitely support the Bills.
Mhm.
Because it's the only real pro sports team the only real pro sports team in town, and they have a tight niche with the community here in Buffalo.
Right.
But yeah, Brady, I don't really like him, everything about him, but I respect the hell out of him. And the guy's just a proven winner, man. He knows how to
Yeah.
win. I mean, he doesn't always do well in the regular season, but I mean, he gets to the playoffs and just turns it up a notch, and that's what true champions do. Like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, those type of guys. They know their bread and butter is how they perform in the playoffs and crunch time, and those guys, know how to get it done. Going back to music real quick, I just wanted to ask you because I know you're a hip hop rapper and you do hip hop and everything like that. Any other types of music that you follow, or any type of other music that inspires you to make music that you like?
Yeah, I mean, I love all music, man. I mean, I think something that truly inspires me. I love listening to R&B. Just trying to listen to the newest artists that are coming out. Hearing harmonies, and I can't really sing like some people can, and that's something I've always wished I've been able to do. But just kind of hearing notes and harmonies, and how they put composing the tracks together is just kind of like inspires me to come up with different ideas for songs and R&B. And I think I'll even listen to some country sometimes. They take a little bit of roots from us sometimes in some of their music, and it's just kind of cool to see different genres still mix and mesh in a way that still sounds really good. So it's really cool to see that in music. And but I would say R&B really is the only other big genre that inspires me with hip hop as well.
Definitely agree with you there. I listen to all types of music too, and I definitely like it when you have artists from different genres collaborating, working on songs to make just good music, and not hating each other because they do different genres. Showing respect
Right.
for each other and being able to work together and collaborate and make creative music. I have a friend who's a songwriter who writes all types of music and stuff, and he's trying to get into industry as a songwriter. And he's definitely very creative in what he writes. He doesn't just do like hip hop and rap. He started off doing that, and now he pretty much is getting into everything.
Oh,
So I definitely wish him the best, and I hope he makes it. And
me
his
too.
talent definitely gets found as well as many other unfound artists out there. That's one of the reasons I call my show Diamonds in the Rough, because I mean there's always so much talent out there in the world, no matter what profession you're in, no matter what genre, industry. There's so much talent out there in the world that needs to get found, whether it's in music, in sports, politics, whatever it might be. There's always diamonds in the rough. They're just bound to get found. They just haven't been given the right opportunity yet, or
Right.
got it, met the right people yet to be given the right opportunity. But I mean,
Yes,
the
sir.
diamonds in the rough never give up. They keep working. They keep pursuing their dreams and just keep trying to get better at their craft each and every day, no matter what. And they never let people like discourage them or doubt them or ruin them. That's
Because
the
there
main
will, I
thing.
mean, there will be, but you gotta, Nipsey. I said Nipsey. I will never forget. He said, basically that he looked around. He was pursuing music. What I'm saying, looked around and realized he was the only one who didn't quit, and that's why, what I'm saying, he was where he was at. He's like, I knew rappers who were some that were even better than me, that just gave it up, and he's like, if this wasn't something that truly meant that much to you, then what I'm saying. For him, he was like, I'm gonna be in this, till it's over, and that yeah, he really inspired. He's another one who really truly inspired me as well, and you're absolutely right. You just have to keep pursuing it and have to keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace to the late great Nipsey Hussle, another rapper gunned down.
Yes,
Tragedy.
sir.
Definitely miss Nipsey. My favorite song of his is the one he did with DJ Khaled, "The Higher." Every time I'm working
Yeah,
on the gym, man, I always got that song on, man. It always motivates me to work out and go harder. And I love the video, man. Just love
yeah,
everything
dude.
about Nipsey, man. He was a class guy, man. Another
That's a
rapper
legend.
that
Yeah,
got gunned
for real.
down, senseless tragedy. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Moving on, man. We got Super Bowl Sunday next week, a week away, get into the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
We talked about Brady a little bit. I wanted to get your thoughts and predictions for Super Bowl 55. Who wins and why? Who do you like in
man.
the Super Bowl next Sunday, man? Who are you going for?
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Bills, man. I think Brady's gonna get it. I think the team's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's going for the rings. I think he's, I don't think he's gonna lose. I really think it's gonna be a good game. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a high scoring game. But I'm just excited to see him out there on the field. Holmes on the field too. So you got like the baby goat and you got the old goat together. You know what I'm saying? Playing against each other. So it's gonna be cool. I'm excited to see it. So we'll see
I
what's
definitely
up.
agree, man. I definitely agree, man. I think it's going to be an all-time classic, one of the best Super Bowls ever. I got the Bucks too, man. It's just hard for me to pick against Brady, man. He always finds a way to win and get it done. They've had a great ride in the playoffs. The last two games they won, beating the Saints in New Orleans and going to Green Bay to beat the Packers. As much as I respect and love Mahomes, and he's a great city cheater, a great team. It's hard to root against Brady, man, and doubt
Yeah.
Brady because he always finds a way to do it. And Tampa Bay is playing in their home. They're the first team to host the Super Bowl and play in their home stadium. They did play Kansas City earlier this year. They lost by 3 points. It was a close
Yeah.
game. I expect this to be another high-scoring game. I like the Bucks 41-34. 41-34. I'll go
Okay.
with the Bucks. Yeah, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think the key for Tampa Bay is they're going to have to get out to a lead early, and they can't just let up against Kansas City because Kansas City is the type of team like you could be up 21-0 or 24-0, and in the blink of an eye they come back and tie the game and they got the lead. So
Mhm.
with Kansas City, you have to jump out to a lead, and if you're losing, you have to try to keep the game close. But if there's any quarterback out there that could play from behind and come back against Kansas City, it's definitely Tom Brady. He's
Yes,
done it
sir.
before. He beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship a couple of years ago when he was with New England to get to the Super Bowl, where they beat the Rams.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think the Super Bowl is going to be an all-time classic. It just sucks we're going through this pandemic now, and we don't have all the media day coverage and all the fans being there. I'm not sure how many fans they're letting in. I think it's maybe 10,000 or 50. I'm not
Yeah,
sure what it is, but I
that
know.
was gonna be different, man. I was thinking about that too. It's gonna be real different, especially I'm sure in the stadium too. They thrive off
Yeah,
of that, and but I think it's gonna be great. I hope we keep it all televised everywhere so that everyone can see it. But yeah, I think it's gonna be like you said. I think it's gonna be a really great game. It's gonna be a really great game.
yeah, definitely agree too. Last year around this time, I was in Miami. I was covering the Super Bowl media day. I was working security. I
Mhm.
got the honor and privilege to follow around the great Deion Sanders prime time.
Yeah, yeah,
Prime time was in the house. I was following around Deion Sanders, and it was just great to see all the media there and all the players, and just to experience that. It was the Super Bowl opening night in Miami, and see all the Chiefs players and the 49ers players, and it was just a great experience. And those are the type of events you miss about the Super Bowl and all the
yeah.
parties and everything like that. I know Fago is covering the Super Bowl again this year. I think
Mhm.
it's his fourth Super Bowl, and he'll be covering it virtually. I know he probably wishes he was there, and a lot of
Yeah.
other media people wish they were there too. But yeah, shout out to Fago.
There you
Um,
go.
I
Thank you,
definitely
man.
thank him. I definitely thank him for bringing you on my show.
Hey,
Um,
thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate that a lot.
Before I let you go, man, I just wanted to ask you, how can people follow you and listen to your music, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify? How can people look out for you
So
and follow you?
everything. Just find me under Storm, aka Storm, all one word. I'm like you said, I'm on iTunes, Spotify, Instagram, everything like that. My new album's gonna be coming out March 19th. I just dropped a music video for "If You Know, You Know." It's a dope single. I think you'd like it. It's a track, that's got a good story. And we're setting up the next music video. So March 19th, I'm doing a virtual concert to do an album release as well. So, but yeah, check everything else out. Spotify, iTunes, everywhere at Storm, aka Storm.
Definitely, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. I wish you the best of luck with your music and everything. Be safe out there in LA, man. We'll definitely have to try to keep in touch. I'll get you on the show another time, and if you ever need me, if you ever need my voice on a hook, on a track or anything, like just hit me up, man. I'll definitely be willing to jump on a track with you, man. And I wish you the best. Bring back real hip hop. Keep doing this music thing, and don't ever give up, man. Just keep pursuing your dreams, no matter what. Keep doing your thing out there in LA, and influencing this real hip hop movement to come back hopefully soon.
Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you a lot, dog.
All right, man. You have a good one. Storm the rapper from Ohio. Make sure you check him out on Spotify, all the social media platforms. Up and coming rapper from the Midwest, Ohio. He's living out in LA now, doing his thing. I wish him the best of luck moving forward. We'll definitely keep in touch with Storm. Try to get him on the show again, and definitely keep in touch for sure, man. I want to thank you again for coming on the show, man. All right. You have a good rest of your day and good weekend as well, man. Keep in touch, bro.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. All right. Later. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Storm, the rapper. Great interview. Really love the guy. Did a great job. Definitely hope he makes it and is successful in the rap game, and definitely brings back this real hip hop music we've been missing for some time now. But moving on, I'm going to get into the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League Week 11 recap. There was only one game this week. It was due to the humidity in the gym. The floor was too slippery, and guys were falling and slipping everywhere. So the league wanted to ensure player safety, so no one would get hurt if any more games were to be played. Again, only one game this past week. We had the undiscovered team versus the Phenoms. Final score of that game was the undiscovered team 79, the Phenoms 53. For the victorious undiscovered team, this is a guy we have coming on our show today. He should be on around 2:45. We had Jared Jetpack J Henderson was the star of the game in this one once again. Jared is a 6'7", 205-pound guard of the TBL's Louisville Leopards. He led the way, finishing with 29 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and 1 block. So congrats, Jared, on another stellar performance. He finished with a near-perfect game statistically and went 10 of 11 from the field, including 2 of 2 from behind the arc and 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. Over the last 3 weeks, Jared has really been balling. There was a scout in attendance. There's been a scout in attendance at all the games, and he said Henderson has been the best player in the gym. A real impact player who goes unnoticed because of his unflashy game, other than his thunder and dunks that he's throwing down. Jared plays on both sides of the ball, and he's a good rebounder and a solid on-ball defender, as well as a great help side defender, doing the little things that go unnoticed. So Jared has definitely been balling the last 3 weeks, and I'm looking forward to talking to him in a little bit here in about 15 minutes, 2:45. It's 2:30 now, so he should be joining us shortly on the show. Continuing with the recap here, Lewis Trey Patterson III, another guy I mentioned before, 6'4", 195-pound guard of the TBL's Louisville Leopards, finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So another good game for Lewis Trey Patterson III. He's another top guy in the league that's been balling out lately. And finally, for the victorious team, undiscovered team here, Balsa Bosovic, a 6'7", 215-pound forward of the TBL's Louisville Leopards. He finished with 11 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. So another great game for Balsa Bosovic. He's another guy that's been definitely balling out in the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. We definitely have to try to get those two guys on the show sometime. Lewis Trey Patterson III and Balsa Bosovic. Hopefully they'll be on the show sometime soon. We'll get a chance to talk to those guys and get to know them a little bit better. But we do have Jared Jetpack J Henderson coming on in about 15 minutes or so. So that should be great. On the other side, for the losing Phenoms team, Abnisser Biggie Rabbi. I hope I said his name right. Abnisser Biggie Rabbi. He goes by Biggie, his nickname. A 7 foot, 260-pound center with an incredible 7'8" wingspan from the Creating Young Minds Prep School, Creating Young Minds Prep School Academy. He finished with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block. So definitely a solid game for the big man. 7-footer, 260 pounds, long wingspan, 7'8". We don't hear too much about too many bigs nowadays that they're doing well. So this guy should be a guy definitely to look out for in the Creating Young Minds League, Undiscovered League. Another guy that had a good game for the Phenom team was Antoine Portley, a 6'4", 185-pound guard from Fordham University. He finished the game with 18 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and 3 steals. So congratulations to him on the great game. And that was the only game they had last weekend due to the humidity in the gym. There are no games this weekend. The next time the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League will play games will be, again, next Saturday, February 6th, from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Macedonia Care Center in Lewisville, Texas. So, again, no games this weekend from the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. They will play again next Saturday, right before the Super Bowl. Usually they play their games on Sunday, but I guess because next weekend, Super Bowl Sunday, everybody will be getting ready for the game. They will be playing next Saturday, February 6th, 4 to 7 p.m. So we'll see how many games there are next weekend, and hopefully there won't be any problems with the court or anything like that going on to postpone the games. I'm just awaiting Jared Henderson to get here shortly. Hopefully he'll be on in the next 15 minutes or so. Hopefully you guys, if you haven't already, checked me out on Unscripted. I was on Unscripted last night at 9 p.m. Did a little Super Bowl 55 preview, myself and about 5 other guys and moderator. So I definitely posted that on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. So I'm definitely make sure you check me out on Unscripted. Those guys do a great job with their show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They have shows, so that they definitely do a good job. Definitely know what they're talking about, and it was very fun last night to do that Super Bowl 55 preview, and definitely looking forward to that game next Sunday. I know everybody out there is. I kind of wish it was this Sunday because it kind of feels weird this Sunday not having any football at all, and we don't have a Pro Bowl game this year, so there will be no football this Sunday. So yeah, that'll kind of suck, but we have another week to get ready for the game, and all the media coverage and everything like that will be happening. So it'll be great. I guess since I'm awaiting Jared Henderson to come on the show here, I'll just talk about it, other things going on. Obviously, the big news in the NFL right now is Deshaun Watson requesting a trade from the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson wants out of Houston. He's been demanding a trade. The favorite to get him right now is the New York Jets because he likes the new head coach of the New York Jets, Robert Saleh. So the Jets are the favorite to right now to trade and get the services of Deshaun Watson. They have a lot of draft picks. They have a lot to offer the Houston Texans. So we will see what happens with Deshaun Watson, and where he ends up. If he does indeed, end up in New York with the Jets, or maybe my Miami Dolphins will, take a shot and try to get him, or San Francisco 49ers. It's anybody's guess right now. The Houston Texans are probably going to take the best trade offer. Whoever gives them the most picks and best trade in return will get the services of Deshaun Watson. But I know that's a big thing going on right now in the NFL to see where Deshaun Watson ends up, and a lot of new other head coaching hires as well. The Chargers got a new coach. Obviously, the Jaguars got Urban Meyer. The Jets got Robert Saleh. The Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions just hired former Miami Dolphins head coach, and I think defensive coordinator Dan Campbell. So Dan Campbell, the new head coach of the Detroit Lions. So congratulations to Dan Campbell. We'll see how good a job he does with the Lions. So yeah, definitely think a lot of things going on in the NFL leading up to Super Bowl Sunday next Sunday, and we'll see if there's any trades that happen before next Super Bowl Sunday. I know another quarterback that wants out of town is Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford also requested a trade, out of Detroit, so it's going to be interesting to see, where he lands up. Whether I heard Dallas was a possible trade target for him. He is from Texas and played his high school ball there, so the Lions could maybe trade him to the Cowboys in exchange for maybe Dak Prescott and some other guys and picks. The Patriots also need a quarterback, so that definitely could go after Matt Stafford as well. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with Matt Stafford, where he ends up, and also definitely Deshaun Watson. A lot of trade talks going on, and then obviously the draft's coming up soon, and enter in NFL free agency. In March, it's going to be a lot going on. It seems like the NFL is a year-round sport. Even though the season ends with the Super Bowl in February, the NFL is a year-round sport with free agency and trades and everything going on. The draft, NFL has become a year-round sport to follow. So yeah, we'll definitely see what happens moving forward with these quarterbacks, where they end up, and with the draft and any other trades going on moving forward. Just wanted to get into a little NBA talk going on right now. The Brooklyn Nets did get James Harden, so they had their big three together with James Harden, Durant, and Kyrie Irving. So they've been doing all right so far. A team that has to get it together, and hopefully they can. When they get healthy, is my Miami Heat. My Miami Heat were in the finals a year ago, and they haven't been healthy so far this year. Jimmy Butler's missed a lot of games. Tyler Hero's been out. They haven't been healthy. They lost last night to the Los Angeles Clippers, which was kind of shocking to me, which the Clippers didn't have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and also Patrick Beverly were out, and the Heat lost last night 109 to 105. So that was a shocking loss. The Heat do play again Saturday night against Sacramento, so hopefully Jimmy Butler will be back for that game, and hopefully the Heat can get on a little bit of a run here. They're 8-13 right now. About 21 games into the year, they got to start getting together, start building some chemistry, getting some wins, or maybe the Heat might have to make a move and trade for somebody. A guy I'd like to see the Heat acquire is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal, the shooting guard of the Washington Wizards, been balling out. He's had 10 40-point games, but the Wizards have lost 10 straight times when he's had 40-point games. This is a guy, he said he wants to stay in Washington. They gave him the money. But I think if he wants to win, he's going to have to get out of Washington. He can't stay in Washington, with the Wizards. He's going to have to get out of there. I'd love to see him go to the Heat. That'd be a great destination for him, considering that he played his college basketball at the University of Florida. So he's a former Gator. So maybe Udonis Haslem can talk to him and get him to come down to Miami and play with the Heat. I think if the Heat were to get Bradley Beal, it would form a nice little big three with him, Jimmy Butler, and Bam Adebayo, who's been balling out of his mind right now since Jimmy has been out with the COVID protocols. So yeah, that would be a nice, definitely a nice big three: Jimmy, Bam, and Bradley Beal. I don't know what the Heat would have to get up to get him, but it would make for a nice big three. If those guys were to play together, Bradley Beal would obviously be the shooting guard. They'd have to move Jimmy Butler to the small forward position, and then obviously keep Bam at center. I do think the Heat need to get another big man as well. The Cleveland Cavaliers are a team that has a lot of big men. Jared Allen, Andre Drummond, JaVale McGee. The Heat could use another big man. To back up Bam. They do have the rookie Precious Achiuwa, who's been doing all right, but again, he's only a rookie. I'd like to see the Heat go after, a veteran big man to, add depth to the team, and help Bam out at center, definitely. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with basketball. Basketball season's just starting to get into the swing of things with basketball season, and football season about to end next Sunday with the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl, all-time classic. You have pretty much old versus new, Brady versus Mahomes. These guys have played each other, several times already. The only time they played in the playoffs was back 2 years ago in the AFC Championship game, when Brady beat them to go to the Super Bowl, where they took on the LA Rams, and they beat the Rams in that Super Bowl 13-3. That AFC Championship game, the Patriots won in overtime, I believe, on a running play. I forgot who ran it in. I think it was Rex Burkhead ran it in for the Patriots to win that game. That game was in Kansas City in Arrowhead Stadium, and that was a great AFC Championship game a few years ago that the Patriots won to get back to the Super Bowl and helped Tom Brady get his sixth Super Bowl ring. They won that Super Bowl against the Rams 13-3. That was a great Super Bowl. Kind of boring Super Bowl, if you ask me. Not a lot of scoring, defensive battle. I expect this Super Bowl 55, to be filled with a lot of offense. I don't think it's going to be a defensive game. I expect a lot of offense, a lot of stars in this game on both sides of the ball. Starting with the Kansas City Chiefs, you have Patrick Mahomes, wide receiver Tyreek Hill, a.k.a. Cheetah, Travis Kelce. You have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You have Le'Veon Bell. You have McCole Hardman. You have McCole Hardman. They have Demarcus Robinson. Yeah, the Chiefs are just loaded. The Chiefs are just loaded with weapons. It's going to be hard to stop. The last time the Chiefs played the Bucs in Tampa Bay earlier this year in November, Tyreek Hill went off against them for like 200-something yards. I remember that game because that week I was facing Tyreek Hill in fantasy, and he pretty much killed my chances of making the playoffs, getting those 200-some yards in the first quarter. I think he finished with like 68 points in that game. Totally killed me. So I wasn't able to do well in fantasy this year. Didn't make the playoffs. I lost to this guy in our league, Manny, and Tyreek Hill just pretty much killed me in that game. And that was that. But looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their offensive side of the ball, they have obviously Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Antonio Brown, Scotty Miller, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones. Defensive side of the ball, they got Ndamukong Suh, Antonio Winfield. They have the guy Devin White, who's been having a great year. On the Chiefs' defensive side on the ball, obviously Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So a lot of stars in this game. It's definitely going to be an action-packed Super Bowl. Definitely one for the ages. It's going to be a classic. I think we need a Super Bowl like this after the year we had dealing with COVID at all. After the year we've had dealing with COVID and all, we definitely need a good Super Bowl, one for the ages. Super Bowl 55. It's Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl, 10th time being in the Super Bowl. Hard to believe. Man's 43 years old, still doing it. 10th Super Bowl. Has a chance to win his 7th ring, and probably, if he does, be the all-time greatest team sport athlete of all time, maybe passing Michael Jordan. A lot of people beg to differ with that argument, but you can't hate Tom Brady. You can only respect the man. He's had a hell of a career, and being able to do it at the age of 45 is pretty impressive. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Super Bowl 55. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. I like them 41-34. This game really could go either way. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close game. The first time these two teams met back in November, it was a close game in the 20s. Chiefs won 27-24. So it's definitely going to be, another close game. And Brady and Mahomes definitely should put up the stats. And, I think whatever defense plays better, situationally and makes stops, is going to win this game. So, and I like the Buccaneers. I just think they've been, riding high of late, going into New Orleans and beating the Saints, a team that they lost to twice during the regular season, to beat them bad the second time they played in Tampa, and then being able to go to Green Bay and beat the Packers again. And Aaron Rodgers and the way Aaron Rodgers in that offense, has been playing all year. And, they're definitely hard to stop in Lambeau. And, the way they were able to go there and play and beat the Packers was pretty impressive. Winning 3 straight wild card games on the road to play at home in the Super Bowl at your home stadium. What more could you ask for? They're the first team to do it. So yeah, I'm taking the Bucks to win this one. I think it's a more important game for Tom Brady than it is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is still young. He has a long career ahead of him. He's going to get back to definitely many more Super Bowls. This possibly could be Tom Brady's last Super Bowl if he's going to get back there next year. The NFC is a tough conference. You'll have the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers back. You'll have Seattle with Russell Wilson back. The Saints will be back. There'll be some other teams that are better next year too. Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, Carolina Panthers. So many teams. So I mean, you just never know. I mean, but Tampa Bay, will be definitely good again next year. But it's great to see a Florida team in the Super Bowl, and I'm rooting for the Bucks. I'm a Florida boy. I'm from Florida, from South Florida, and I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers last were in the Super Bowl in 2002, where they beat the Oakland Raiders. That was when they had John Gruden. John Gruden beat his former team, the Oakland Raiders, when they were the Oakland Raiders. They beat them in that Super Bowl in 2002. So yeah, it's good to see the Bucks, back in the Super Bowl and doing well, representing, for the state of Florida. But yeah, it's really going to be a great game. It's really a toss-up. Anybody's guess. Either team could win. If I was a betting man, it's hard to bet. It's hard to bet against either one of these teams or quarterbacks. We'll see what happens. If you are betting, I wish you the best of luck. The last time I bet on the Super Bowl was Super Bowl 50 when I bet when it was Carolina versus Denver. I bet on Carolina and Cam. I thought that they had the better offense and also the good defense that year. I bet Carolina would beat Denver in that Super Bowl 50. And I made a big mistake by betting against Denver and that defense. Peyton Manning did not look great in that Super Bowl 50, but that defense that Denver had sure did, and they definitely made life uncomfortable for Cam. And ever since that Super Bowl 50, Cam Newton and hasn't been the same after that. He just really hasn't. After losing that Super Bowl to Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos, just hasn't really been the same. But we'll see what happens moving forward with Cam Newton and see where he does end up next year, if he's in the NFL as a backup, or if he moves on to other things. I could definitely see him doing fashion or being a broadcaster. We'll see what happens. So I'm still waiting here to see if Jared, Jetpack Jay Henderson is coming on the show. I haven't heard anything yet. I hope he's able to come on the show. I'll give it a few more minutes here, see if he's coming on or not. If not, we'll just wrap up the show and maybe just try to get him on next week. I don't know what's going on. I know there's no games this weekend in the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered League. Maybe he has some things going on. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah. Hopefully he's able to come on. It's 2:50 now. And I've been on the air for about 50 minutes now. Again, I had a great interview with rapper Storm from the Midwest, from Ohio. It was great, definitely hearing about his journey coming up in the rap game and moving forward. Make sure you guys definitely support him and check out his music on Spotify. Follow him on all the social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. Whichever ones he's on. Definitely follow him on those. But it doesn't look like Jetpack J, Jared Henderson, is coming on the show. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to just keep talking here on and on. Running out of things to say. I think I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk about, but I haven't heard anything about Jetpack J, so I don't know what happened. I'll have to find out. If not, we'll definitely be sure to have Jared Jetpack J Henderson, on our next show, and definitely get to see what's been going on with him and what he's been up to lately. He's a rising star in the Creating Young Minds Undiscovered Basketball League, so I definitely would like to get to interview him and talk to him more, find out what's been going on with him on and off the court. But really, that's all the time I have, for you guys today for this week. Hope everyone out there has a good rest of your Friday. Happy Friday and a good weekend as well. And I will look for you guys next week. I'll try to do another show next week. Maybe we'll try to do a little Super Bowl preview, get a couple guests on, talk some Super Bowl 55, preview the game, get some full analysis going on, and definitely try to have Jared Jetpack J Henderson on the show as well. But again, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Check out all my other podcast episodes that I did. And definitely support the show, the Diamonds in the Rough podcast. Everybody out there, take care. Have a good weekend. Be safe and take care of each other. Signing off, Robert Strite, Big Shot Rob. Peace.